to the one who knows how. Desire alone is not enough. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. Autobots, roll out! We cannot let the humans pay for our mistakes. Autobots! Reap the whirlwind! One shall stand, one shall fall.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Thursday. It's our stream. Yay, it's Return to the Earth Wars. Now, Josh, you're kind of cut out of the shot a little bit. Get closer. And
we're fighting with our chairs. Like, not again.
It's starting already.
The battle to the death begins.
Yeah, battle to the death. They're going to fight it out to the death today on the stream.
There can be only one, Josh.
There can't be only one Josh.
Indeed, there can't.
And here there is a channel. There's a channel on our office chat for you, Deb. I think it should be there.
The dad jokes one.
The bad jokes.
Oh, bad jokes.
Yeah,
dad jokes.
It is full of dad jokes. That's true, but it's a bad jokes
channel.
channel.
It sounds rough.
It's a good channel. The best joke you can make is a joke that results in someone leaving the channel immediately after.
Oh wow.
And then the people are like.
Those don't sound like bad jokes. They sound like bad jokes.
They're extremely bad.
Yeah, offensive jokes. We don't like those. Hey guys, what's going on? As you can see, we've got what did I call him in the newsfeed? Zany Adam. I was gonna call him Crazy Adam, but
Zany. What's that?
Zany's more like
it's
a bit off the wall and like wacky.
It's got a Z in it, so that makes it more awesome.
It does. Josh took spelling.
It's sparkling. Wow, no, Josh.
It's got a Z in it.
Yeah, well, Z's make things weird.
It's got an A and a Y as well.
Is it full sparkling?
Z is like the weirdest letter,
the
right?
Zaniest?
Yeah, well, okay, X is the weirdest letter.
Y.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, why?
Yeah.
Why is Y weird?
Yeah, because whenever you play this game where you have to start something at the letter that ends with something, you get Y and people go Yeti, and then it's like, yeah. And
there's tons of Y words.
Yeah, but Y like names or
Y
things.
nouns, you mean?
Yeah.
Why?
You know this game, right?
First challenge for you guys.
Why
it's like a pot, then you have a tin, okay, and you know, and then you go like, yeah, and then you end with Y, and then it's Yeti, and then there's nothing else.
They're already bored of this.
Yeah. But if you guys have any Y words, then we want to hear them, or rather, type them in chat. I wonder if you guys can come up with anything besides Yeti, because we can't.
Yellow is not a noun, is it?
Oh yeah, yellow.
That's Yelp. That's the only noun.
Yelp.
Are we really gonna sit here and come up with Y words?
Well, you know.
Why
just
not?
For a minute.
Why not?
Why not? There you go.
Or we could say good evening,
Bye,
morning.
Mark.
Yes, depends on your time zone. Evening, morning, afternoon to everyone here. And who do we have? We have Kronos Prime. We have Prime Time, as always. We have Zentar. We have Narodake and Prime Time and Rodimus Prime 18.5. We have Skywarp 7732. Jeremy Taburan, hello to you. Nice to see you again. We have Iriko 2K17. Should get that name updated to 2K18, I think. It's already a month in.
Good tip, good tip.
We have Papi Blaz. We have Orly Vargas, and we have the Trinity Knight, and many more.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Scourge 1024 and Huran 74. Many familiar faces, and I think there's a couple unfamiliar faces too. So that's great always to see. How about other platforms, Deb?
Yes.
Do you have other
we've got
platforms?
Dirty Spot saying hi to DJ Jazzy Josh,
Ooh.
which was a nickname acquired last week.
Wow, Jazzy Josh. So you leveled up from the previous nickname.
I leveled up and leveled down at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, Zachary Couture's here. Yes.
Yay!
Sorry, it's my favorite.
Wow.
I mean, my favorite name in chat. I love you all equally. But yeah, Josh has got the YT open. You want to say hi to some peeps?
Yeah, so Nathan Katana is here. Katana with a C, not Katana with a K.
Sounds
it's
like...
a little tricky. So, Kat Anna. Joe Hudson, Tyler Turney, got Stupper. It's got a SH, so Stupper, I believe is the right way to say that. Royce Phelps, wow, man, international man of mystery. Tolga Afsar is here.
We love you too.
Wanga? Yeah. We got Leg Oleg, yeah, and Skypoke.
And Time Kid Sands.
Yeah, Time Kid Sands. Unlike normal Time Kid, which has the little things at the end of it.
Ah,
it's a font
it's
joke.
like sans and sans serif.
Yeah.
Or is it sans? I mean, I say sans.
Papyrus.
You can always rock the papyrus.
Yeah, papyrus and avatar, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh no.
By the way,
Millions of
yogurt.
So
Good call on the Y words. We need
oh,
more.
yogurt.
Yogurt,
Good
yeah.
call, yeah.
I love it. It took you a while to like
Yeah,
catch that.
good job, guys.
Um,
Also, hello to Josef Jansen and Reggie Anderson and Juan Roman Machuca and Emilio Jose and Red Wild Rider, hello, and Ari Bernstein and Jerry Superan and Nelson W. Manchola Solis and Luke Radin and Mike Walters and King JG, Christopher Larson, Adam Burks and Corey Speaks, Jerry Superan, Ian Bird, Stephen Dua, hello, Rick Hunter, who else we got? Julio Cesar, not to be confused with Julius Caesar. If you've got any friends named Brutus, watch out for them. Also hello to Sky Woody and Ale Mari and many, many more. Hi all you guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
And may I start with a question, by the way? There's
No.
a question, please, because I'm gonna forget, and it's a popular one. The question is from DM Magus and a couple others. Since Hasbro changed, they got the Dinobot names back, right? Are we going to change the Dinobot names for Swoop and Sludge to the classic Swoop and Sludge from
You just said the
Strafe
same
and-
thing twice.
Yeah, to these names from
the
Strafe.
current in-game
Yeah.
names.
Strafe and-
Strafe and Slug, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any plans on updating the names?
You know, actually, that's news to me. I didn't hear about that yet.
People are very excited about this, so now you've stoked a fire.
Yeah.
Possibly, that's the answer. Possibly, when we get around to it, we might do it. Like, if the license exists, then we have a green light to do that.
It's a really quick change. I mean, the first
Except
thing
for all the dialects, right? Because that's gonna be the
that'll be a longer change. But yeah, I'll talk to the folks who make those decisions and see if we can get those names to use. For sure.
Good
Cool.
question and happy sort of answer, maybe.
And that's why I wanted to like start on a
Yeah, I
positive
like
note.
it. Oh, people are excited about
Start
that.
with some legal stuff, you know.
Yeah, why not?
Get people amped
Start
up.
us strong.
Get people amped up for what's coming and what is coming, Deb.
Well, today we are in the third week of our saga with Skylinks and Blitzwing. Today is called Battle of Wits. So the guys will take you through that event this weekend. It'll be kind of a more of a low-key, chilled one to get you ready for the intense one next week. We're also going to take a look at Skylinks and Blitzwing for the first time on the battlefield. We'll do the challenge battle, which is coming out next week for you guys, and we'll take a look at their abilities as well. And you're going to get Adam to run you through the abilities of these babies.
Yes, these are the babies I'm most proud of in Transformers Air Force. Mark my words.
Yes.
These guys.
Cool, mark his words.
These are my favorite bots and the ones I'm most proud of. And
then we're also
we have
going
them
to do
here.
some unboxing.
This is Skylinks.
Yes.
Glorious, glorious Skylinks. Before we got this model in the office, our product manager, Yanis, he tried to make Skylinks out of Jetfire, right?
No, Silverbolt.
Silverbolt, sorry. Yeah, the Silverbolt. And it looks surprisingly
It is. It's
close.
It's pretty close. Yeah.
It's quite boxy here. You know, you can bend the
mouth doesn't open.
Yeah, the mouth doesn't open because it's a part of a jet.
Yeah.
But still, it's surprisingly close. So if you want to have Skylinks in the kind of the Skylinks form, but you only have a Jetfire Silverbolt lying around, use that. Do your best. It's worth it.
You can make some kind of a Skylinks out of Silverbolt.
Skylinks-esque thing. Yeah, this is great. I'm not going to try and transform this now because it's It's not easy.
Josh did it last week, and actually,
Actually I did.
yeah,
Wow.
he did do it, and it turns out he was actually correct in doing it, but he couldn't quite figure out what to do with the little feetsies. But turns out he had them correct. So
Yeah, had it right.
Yeah.
Did not know it. But yeah, you can do it, man. You can figure it
No,
out.
no. If I do that, I'm gonna like stop talking for the next 30 minutes.
Well, that's basically
Which is
what I did.
which is all
people
that
were
some
happy
people in
about
the
it.
office are really happy about. But yeah, this is great, and so is this.
Yes.
I've got one of these at home actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
well, that means you're not gonna get an unboxing.
I
You've
got,
done it already,
I got them
so-
at Hascon. Because we got a box of toys at Hascon, and I brought most of these toys with Pablo back. But before we brought the toys back, we
You
took a
stole
toy
some.
out.
Yeah.
We took a toy out, but then I didn't participate in the toy raffle because we brought some toys from Hascon, and we had like a toy raffle within the team. Some people got lucky, some people did not.
So you tried to redeem your corruption.
Right.
But
By not entering the
Corruption.
raffle, but really,
Yeah.
the damage was done.
Well,
Yeah.
Jeremy Toburen got one of the toys actually.
Hey!
Yeah.
well, that was legitimate.
He got a legitimately he got a toy. I
That
don't.
was
I think it was Rodimus, and I think it was one that he did not have. So that was good.
Sweet.
Anyway,
So yeah, we'll also unbox this for you guys live on the stream.
ooh, nicey.
Ooh.
So shall we start with the
I assume that's what you meant to do.
event?
Well,
Yeah, let's do it.
we'll do
Event.
What's it? Yeah, we'll talk about the event. We can start with that now.
Cool.
We'll also do some dialogue.
Yeah,
for you.
let's pop all that stuff, and I will look if there are any questions brewing here.
Wait, are you gonna do the event or do the questions?
There's always questions about Metroplex and Triptychons. I think both are legit questions. And they probably are getting answered every single week. I haven't seen last week's stream, so hard for me to say.
There's,
How dare you not?
we didn't. There's really nothing to say really about Metroplex and Triptychon other than they're really awesome and we like them.
Yeah,
It's true.
and we liked.
We like them.
We do.
They're cool.
We do. Cool.
Yeah.
So, don't we have a Triptychon?
Yeah, we
toy?
have. We do. Yeah, it's behind us.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
enormous.
there he is.
It's actually looking right up.
It's true. He's watching. Watching.
Yeah, we brought him on the stream a little while back.
We
I don't
did.
think you were
Is it
here.
time for paddles though?
Aw.
I think it's time for paddles.
I did see some paddles
I
in
think
the
if
chat.
you guys petition enough for paddles,
It could happen.
It can happen. So next time we run a player survey, and we sometimes do those, and they're in the newsfeed, and you can answer, give us feedback, and whenever we do that, please mention paddles and additional comments for just paddles. And
It's too late. The seed has been sown.
Seriously, paddles.
Seriously.
how are
excited
the,
about it.
are we doing monster bots? Trinity Denied is asking about monster bots.
Monster
bots.
Monster bots.
Which one's Monster Bot specifically? I don't remember
Uh,
that class of Transformer.
Does he mean the?
Are you talking about Terracons?
No, there's actual monster bots, a class of Autobots that
They transform
Transform
into
into strange and powerful beasts.
I don't remember this. How
Yeah,
long
one of
is
them is
this?
called Grotesque,
Ah.
and it looks really freaking awesome. Look at that!
Oh, wow.
Wow!
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That looks really very much like Deathsaurus, almost.
Yeah, it does look a lot
I don't
like
know,
The
that
wings,
was-
they're not on the head, but
Yeah.
like it's pretty
I
cool.
don't know, like the weird claw feet. Or
And Double Cross is here. It looks pretty cool.
These are
The
cool.
heads.
Why
Yeah,
not?
these are really good.
yeah, good idea.
Right. Put that on the nice to have list, Josh.
Monster
Yeah. Have make a note of that, Josh. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, someone makes a mention that Protector Bots need to come first. I would agree. I would do Protector Bots probably before Monster Bots.
Monsters. I think monsters always beat, just
Everything.
bipeds that just walk around and shoot things
True.
or blast things. I like monsters biting into stuff, which is why I am
Speaking of monsters, not really.
Yes.
But here is the event. It's called Battle of Wits.
Yes, the event.
Finally.
Battle of Wits.
Yes.
the thing you've been waiting for, the main event.
The-
All right, Battle of Wits. Ego versus ego.
That's like here. See what I mean?
It's not easy to be Skylinks, surrounded by lesser
Just in
beings.
case you missed it.
Surrounded by lesser beings, just like me on the stream.
Oh,
Ooh.
shots fired.
You envy my incredible
We're not gonna have
skills,
it back
but
on,
sadly, not everyone can be perfect there. And it's not better being
I don't know what it's
Blitzwing.
like.
I guess I'm Blitzwing then.
He knows his teammates are backstabbing traitors.
These two.
But where else
Wow.
can he go?
Where else can I go? Stuck with them.
Rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Shall we take part in this event? This is an
I
XP
think so.
event. Looks like
it's
it.
Individual totalizer.
60 prestigious.
That's right.
That offer you some shards and some resources and a chance to get some more 4-star shards. But the main appeal, I believe, are the experience points themselves.
Yeah, it's,
And whoa!
it's triple XP.
Yeah, triple of what it normally would be on that zone. So that means
Exactly.
it's plus 530 on zone 12 and plus 600 nearly on zone 13. So that is looking pretty tasty. Get those boats that you managed to pull out of the space bridge and put them in there and level them up. Because next week you might need them, and actually yes, you will need them because you will be battling for Skylinks and Blitzwings. So it's a good time to catch up on those experience points. So that is
True
good.
story.
There is story associated with this.
Oh, speaking of.
Alright?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
Yes.
Ooh, you have actual
Yeah, he
script.
prints out scripts.
Yeah, I
so.
like the scripts.
Yeah.
I do.
Wow.
I prefer doing it this way, so we do them both together.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's starting to work. I think it's starting to work.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
there's some kinks to iron out, but we're getting there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, we've got
I'm ready.
I don't know what to do.
Blitzwing, we've got Skylinks, we've got
And there's two parts to this story, by the way.
Blaster.
Yeah.
Cosmos
The
later.
first one you will experience now. The second part of the story you will experience on your own in game. So
This
please,
weekend.
please do not treat this stream as an excuse of not reading the story. The story is great. Simon is working very hard. Simon Furman,
He does.
you know, probably we take so much of his time. He probably like stopped doing comics because he just does Transformers.
I don't know. Simon is
he's-
like
yeah.
a real seasoned writer, so
He's
can,
fast.
Like,
He's faster than
he
me
is
for sure.
Very fast.
When
yeah.
I write, it's just awfully slow.
And just plain awful. Oh,
Whoa.
kidding.
Thank you, Deb.
I'm kidding. I've read some of your writing. It's good.
Yeah, you are not getting that book for free.
Damn. I will too. Just wait.
But Skylinks might. Look, who's doing Skylinks, by the way? Let's
why
divide
don't
the
you do
roles.
Ah, go
Skylinks?
for it.
I'm doing Skylinks.
Yeah, I'll do Blitzwing.
How does he sound? I think the first sound will be.
Yeah,
Okay.
make that noise.
Well,
It's not annoying at all.
so far, so plain sailing. No one around up here. Just me, myself, and my sheer magnificence.
Yeah, it's got a real ego.
It's easy to see why others envy me. I suppose it's a burden I have to bear.
Boy, out of the way, bird brain. You're in my space.
What the? Blitzwing? They sent you? That's just plain insulting to think we might fall anywhere near the same category.
You talk too much, Skylinks. Time to clip your wings.
You can try. Triple changer or not, you've met your match in matchless me.
Hang on. The mission should take priority. No, scrap that. I'm gonna stomp all over your tail feathers and turn you into space junk. Wait, what if you're a distraction? Ah, who cares? I'm the king of carnage.
Hello? Is this a private conversation or can anyone join in? Fight or flight, there are only two options.
Cosmos, what's happening up there?
It's as you suspected, Blaster. The Decepticons are hot to trot on these incursions, too. Skylinks and Blitzwing are trying to talk each other to death.
Oh, true. Stay on mission, Cosmos. We need to know what's trying to break through. Prime thinks it's major league stuff that could change the course of the Earth Wars forever.
Ooh. Idiots. Something's coming. Moving in for a closer look.
Ooh!
Oh.
There it is.
Now I really want to find out. I forgot what the story was about. I really want to find out what is coming.
Yeah. Yeah, suspense. Suspense.
suspense.
Is there an answer or like a different... No, there isn't.
No,
That's
it's
it.
for you guys to find
Oh,
out.
damn you, Josh.
And then
Yeah.
tell us. Did we get any
So,
more Y
well,
words in the meantime?
If you do want, if you do want to find out, you'll have to play the event because I'm not clicking that button.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nor am I tapping it.
Yep.
All right, we do have a different button here.
Yes.
The challenge battle between
Ooh.
for Skylinks and Blitzwing.
Yep.
You've done the battle.
Yes.
I've done the robots. So if I fail to do your battle with
It's
my robots,
Your fault.
it's totally my fault. Or the battle is badly designed. We shall find out. Which so basically, I can only win. You can only lose.
Pretty much. That's the way you've set it up.
Good. Are we good in time? Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Let's scan the chats for any good questions.
Well, no one's heard anything about Skyland's.
No, nothing. They just don't see them in the. Okay.
No,
Yeah, they've only seen the
All
model. So this is the reveal, the first time that we've ever talked about what their abilities are. So you get to show off those abilities.
We'll start with Skylinks, and I'm trying to see whether I should do it in battle or whether I should just do a quick kind of overview here.
We'll give him a minute to figure that out.
Oh, Howard Choi, thanks for the love for split personality blitzwing.
You know what?
That was a personal request for Simon, and he liked that idea too. So we did throw in some split personality blitzwing in there.
It's awesome, actually. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that in game. It's really funny.
He's a triple changer, right? So he's got like 3 different minds, really. He's got like 3 different personalities, and
they all come out at different times.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. It was really good in Transformers animated. It's been used in some of the other series too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to use your battle. Fine.
Look, and he's made up his mind.
I'm going to use your battle.
Good timing.
And I will use that. Like, okay, guys. So here's the thing about these bots.
Yeah.
They are complex, and by complex I mean they are the most complicated bots I've ever done. Because the 2 abilities they have. You know, as a triple changer, they have 2 abilities. I know Skylinks is a 4 changer, but we did 2 abilities. Otherwise, Blitzwing would be really sad to be inferior, and he's not. I think maybe. So we have 2 abilities, but the 2 abilities combine to create a total of 4 possible effects. So we actually have 4 abilities on a single bot. And there are several ways to use them. I will demonstrate them now. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to take it very, very slowly. And I will deploy Skylinks here and walk you through the 2 abilities we have. So the first one is called Plasma Shroud. Let me just hover it over like green so you can read it. So ionized plasma lowers enemy damage by 50% for 8 seconds. And you can follow this ability through with a Flame Strike ability, which is the second ability, to trigger the plasma burst, dealing, in this case, 1500 damage in a big area. So basically, we drop a debuff, we lower enemy damage, and then if we fire the second ability, that will ignite the plasma shroud and explode in a massive area. So think kind of orbital strike. Then we have the Flame Strike itself. So on its own, it's just a 3-point ability. And it sets a single target on fire, dealing damage over time, in this case 8 seconds. And if you follow this one with Plasma Shroud, you will reignite that target, so refresh the duration, and deal an additional, kind of replace that effect with an additional effect, which is 2000 damage in this case for 6 seconds. So if we want to maximize that, we would need to wait a couple seconds in to the damage over time effect, first one, and then reignite it before it elapses to get maximum damage potential. So this is kind of a single target damage of time, and then it can also be improved to be even stronger.
Yeah.
So
you can use these abilities to really decide whether you want to deal damage over a big area, or you want to deal extra damage to a single target, or you can even chain them together in a whole big chain of single target, AoE, single target, AoE.
Yeah, so you can use them multiple times in different orders, and all of that is creating different sorts of effects, and they have effects on their own anyway, which are in some cases pretty strong, especially I think the single target effect for 3 ability points.
Sorry, that's scary.
It's pretty strong. So now Skylinks was here biting things. I hope this is not blowing our minds already. Here's what I'm gonna do. I do want to eliminate that mortar. I don't like it, so I shall start with a Flame Strike. Set this one on fire. Great. Now I'm going to drop a Plasma Shroud on these buildings here. I transform and fly around, drop the Plasma Shroud. Now, observe this. The flame on the mortar became blue, and that blue flame is going to chew through that. All the other buildings here are also slowed down. They deal reduced damage. And that effect is pretty handy, but it's even more handy if you ignite it. So now I will try to ignite, for a big explosion here, clearing these things. And let's do another combo here on the right. So I'm gonna just drop the shroud,
Whoa.
cover these buildings, and then ignite the mortar to explode that stuff. And I can now finish these things off with a single hit from my dead Skylings.
You were talking a long time.
Yeah, I was talking about. I only deployed one bot. So let's do it again. And this time I'm going to just play. And hopefully you guys can figure out what I'm trying to do.
I was distracted, so I'll watch this time.
Yeah.
What kind of event is it going to be next week? Do we know? Do we share? Or do we keep it a mystery?
We don't know. We don't know. That's a bit of a mystery for us.
Yes, we will find out from
Tell
Hyro
us.
early next week.
What am I doing? I'm being really distracted. Right.
Okay, so
boom,
you're going to go into
boom.
the challenge battle, and
Yeah.
we're going to see if you can solve the challenge.
Yeah, and
This
all of you
challenge battle
can
is-
try this for yourself.
Honestly, this challenge battle is a little bit more difficult than I think the Rodimus Prime
More
challenge battle
challenging.
was. Yeah, just a little more challenging. But
Alright.
I think it does a good job of showing off the strengths of Blitzwing.
Cool.
As well as the other bots in the group, who I think combo pretty well with it. As
Yeah,
he
it does
softens
seem
up
it does
targets.
seem does seem like a good idea. So I'll start here. I'll deploy some minions. Start cheering for that stuff. Slow these guys
Oh,
down.
it's so the effects are so cool.
I did the VFX, by the way.
Did you?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Look at that.
Wow, multi-talented this one.
Yeah, a
Turns
little
out.
like Skylings.
I'm a bit like Skylings. Look at that. Oh, by the way, let's look at the ability itself. So in this case, what Skylings does is pretty neat. Look at that. The bird lifts off and it like lasers the target.
While the leaks
and now
is waiting below.
games are going to take care of that one. The rest is dealing reduced damage, so that's pretty cool. I'll finish this stuff with some carpet bombing, boom. And that is looking nifty. Let me try and heal these guys. I wish I had another triple changer to do a little cheeky combat heal. But I do have Ratchet here, so we should be fine. Now, do we want another big explosion? I think so, right?
Yes.
Let's put it here. And this explosion, I believe you can target it, between buildings. So try to maximize the area of effect from the plasma shroud.
Boom!
Whoa!
Nice.
I do love, I do love finishing this thing off with like a big explosion. And nice.
Yeah.
Power glide is useful.
Power glide is very useful.
I'm
in
going to
cleanup.
try and see what's happening here. Oh, he's trying to take that shock tower. That's not gonna work for him. But I think we're looking pretty well here. Skylings himself is biting things, biting and swiping at them. Let's drop some minions. Or actually, I might need more help here. So I think I'll wait a little, try and get through this shock tower and reduce the damage of these buildings because that effect alone will help a little with my survivability.
Yeah, it's a little bit defensive in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. 50% damage reduction is nothing to laugh at. And that allowed my Ratchet to heal these guys up a little. And a win!
Hey.
There you go. And I win as well.
We all win.
Well designed battle. Well played.
Thank you, sir.
And you guys win an opportunity to play these guys. How soon?
Next week.
Next
so,
week.
Yeah, next week, early next week, the challenge battle will appear, and you can give this a shot on your own.
Yeah.
And see if
Very
you can replicate Adam's success or surpass it.
Ooh.
Absolutely. I love these abilities. You should try it, Deb.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
I will
Especially
very
when
much
you
enjoy.
when you can like just drop things and like wait, and combine. Big blue explosion, blue flames, black shrouds.
I will say the Black Shroud is quite cool. I think that's my favorite.
It's a very, very pretty effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time we've had some real combos in our abilities. I mean, you
Yes.
can use some of the other characters in combo, but no one else can combo with themselves.
Yeah, and actually create a new effect that is only available from a combo. And this was kind of a suggestion for the first triple changers, but we didn't do it then because we felt that it would potentially be a bit too much to create a triple changer, and then the first triple changer we released in the game has all these crazy combos.
Right.
Because not only would that have two abilities, but like additional effects, so it's just a bit too much. But now with Skylinks, we found and Blitzwing, we found a good candidates for kind of very complex behaviors that you guys can try and apply your skills to try and maximize.
There's those pretty view effects.
So yeah, lots of skill involved in these guys. You can always just use them blindly, but you can also try and like min-max, strategize, and try to get the most out of these abilities. So that is good. Very fun when you use it. So just if you think it looks pretty good, it plays in a much more interesting way. Let's see if there's some questions.
Some cues while Josh decimates the space.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I like
it's
that.
A vote of confidence.
Shroud. So good. It deals minor damage, so you can see the duration more than anything else. That's what the damage of the shroud is for.
What questions do we have? Anything new coming in?
No, but people do seem to like these abilities.
Yes, there's
and I'm quite excited at the possibilities.
Feedback.
So that's good. Is there a possibility of like lowering the cost of combiners, using the combiners, or lengthening the time? I don't know. Are there any plans of like, because the best way to do it would be to increase the production of Ore 13. That would be the most natural way. Maybe a candidate for future HQs or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely an idea for future HQs.
Yeah, especially since we have a couple combiners now, so it's like, I mean, that's not actually an argument because you can just choose which one you want, but not everyone has a combiner. You have to remember that.
True.
But yeah, for those that do, it might be nice if you were able to like level up your HQ and get slightly more Ore 13.
We haven't done any upgrades in the Ore 13 department, so that is a good possibility.
Yeah, possibility on that one.
Aaron,
look who's back! Craig.
No way!
Yeah, long time no see.
I haven't seen him in ages.
Yeah. Can we have triple XP for wall battles? I think the main reward for wall battles is the spark. That's the main way of getting spark and leveling up some of these crazy abilities through spark. I don't think if everything was triple XP, nothing would.
I retreated so I could talk.
Oh, okay.
If everything would be triple XP, nothing would be actually triple XP because everything would be the same. So probably not currently, but we might revise wars and war awards and leagues in the future. So stay tuned for that.
Geron74 is saying there will be new combiners? ?
Well, I think given the history of Transformers Earth Wars, it's a pretty safe bet.
It is a safe thing to expect.
Yeah, new combiners.
When? We can't say.
Beyond that.
But they will come.
I'm going to take Blitzwing into battle because that's a bit unfair to be only showing one side of the medal. Oh, there is. Oh no! Is it like level 1 Blitzwing? Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna take him to zone 1 where you fight.
Okay. I can level him up if you need.
I'm gonna take him to zone 3. Ooh! That is one pretty screen. I love that. It's amazing. Right, Blitzwing. You against the whole base. It's not a very impressive base, but it's still just you.
Just Blitzwing on his own.
Boom! A tank. Tank attack. Now let's drop some plasma shroud on this thing and ignite this. Look at that, pretty.
Oh yeah, pretty cool. The Superion is asking when we'll add Omega Supreme to the game. Omega Supreme is kind of a tough bot to add because he's not a combiner, but he's kind of the size of the combiner. So he's really tricky for the way our game works. If Omega Supreme comes in, he's kind of a brand new category of bot. So that's made him a big challenge for us. So I don't think we have plans at the moment of getting Omega Supreme in. And if that changes, then I can tell you, I definitely will. But he's kind of a tricky one just because he doesn't really fit into the way that we make bots currently. It's kind of like a giant bot. Yeah, if we were adding him, we might have to do, like, he takes up multiple slots. I don't know how to do it.
Who would you do on the other side?
Scorponok, maybe?
Scorponok, yeah. He's big now.
Yeah. Scorponok's like, sometimes he's classified as a Titan, but sometimes he's also just a big bot.
Yeah,
so.
it depends on the universe, depends on the time. Right now, I believe he's a big bot.
Yeah. So yeah, we can maybe
Almost combiner size, but not necessarily combiner size.
Kind of like Omega Supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some people asking about Dinobots.
Dinobots.
John Meredith is saying, can I just get a yes or a no on Dinobot?
Dinobot.
What about Dino? Oh,
Dinobot.
the character Dinobot.
Yeah.
I assume that's what it is.
Yeah,
So
the Beast Wars.
Dinobots.
Yeah, Beast Wars
Yeah.
Dinobot.
Yeah, man, Dinobot is a little confusing because of Dinobots. But I can definitely promise you that we feel affection for Beast Wars, and we know there's a lot of Beast Wars fans out there. And I'm pretty sure this year we're going to have another Beast Wars character for sure.
He also happens to be my favorite character from Beast Wars, so I'm with you there.
Yeah, Beast Wars are quite polarizing, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Some people love them, some people are like, no more Beast Wars.
Yeah, and I'm like, more Beast Wars! Yeah.
Well, Beast Wars was, it's such a good show, so well written, but so hard to watch again because the animation...
So well written, so hard to watch.
Yeah, 3D animation has come a long way since the days of Beast Wars. They were doing a good job for the time, but that was a time.
that was in the past, yeah.
But man,
the writing is incredible.
The writing is super good.
And I love Dinobot because he's such a multifaceted character in Beast Wars, so I'm a fan for sure.
Tigatron Rhinox.
I feel ya.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever a way for us to make everyone happy unless we make every single robot in the entire universe.
That's true. But then other people
and then
will be
every
happy.
single version of every single robot.
Yeah.
But then it'll be like, but this one should be stronger.
Yeah, or I'll be like, I don't like that one. Why'd you make it? So.
Question about Octane and Sandstorm. If I recall, Octane is the triple changer who turns into an aircraft.
Yeah, an aircraft carrier.
Yeah. Which kind of makes it tough for Octane to be a good triple changer in Earth Wars.
Octane, paddles, aquatic theme. We reskin the whole game. Everything takes place on the
water.
On the water, we have oil rigs.
Yeah. Amazing.
Oh man.
We66 is asking, can we get Swerve the barman from The Lost Light? We66 is Nathan. Hey Nathan, how's it going? Go check out his art. We66 illustration.
Cool.
Swerve
Swerve the barman from Lost Light. Anybody know the reference to that?
I don't.
We're gonna have to Google that.
Okay, I gotta look that up. I'll look that up immediately.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
The ability range is pretty good on these abilities. Look at that. Boom.
Right, click.
Yeah. I also love that Adam is complimenting himself just over and over.
My
and
minions
over
are not
again.
working.
Yeah, Adam's only
They're
happy
just
if
cubes.
his voice is being utilized. Otherwise he shrivels up into a little ball.
No, it's been a while since I played Skyrim.
he's in the IDW comics. Okay.
Yeah, gregarious would be a good word to describe Swerve. So would outgoing, enthusiastic, upbeat, joyfully irreverent, flippant, sarcastic. It's a lot of ways to. Okay. Total pain in the aft, depending on which side of the weapons grade math you happen to fall on and how long you've been listening to him use it. Swerve has a sense of fun and even whimsy that stands out from your run-of-the-mill Autobots fairly dramatically.
It looks weird. If you ask me, it looks really weird. It's like there's no neck. There's just like a head in the middle of a torso.
Oh, he's got low self-esteem, and it's a coping mechanism that he talks so much.
Oh man! And you just like.
wait a minute.
I would have low self-esteem if I had no neck. Essentially.
Brutal, man.
The little fellow may get on their nerves. He'll probably get on their nerves. But it'll always be with a smile, a laugh, and an epic level quip, making him a good bartender. True, you like bartenders that you can like chat with and joke with. And
I'm not shedding a single energon tear.
Oh, he's cute.
I would like to make a skill for a bartender. Like you could like chunk bottles at your.
I feel like this will not be the correct rating for our game anymore. If we start having like beer bottles and bar fights.
No, they're energon bottles. I mean,
my mistake.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's fermented energon.
Yeah. Fermented.
3-day-old energon.
Exactly. Yeah. You stun them with the hangover.
Broadside is the aircraft carrier, by the way.
Broadside is the aircraft.
Yeah. Octane is a tanker and a plane.
Tanker. I knew he was a boat.
Is he like a refueling plane or something, or just a plane? I don't remember. If it's just a big plane or if it's just a refueling plane.
I think it's just a big plane. I'll have to double check on that.
Yeah, we apparently have some like wind blade issues where she flies back way more than she used to, so she's not staying where she's supposed to stay after flying in after the ability. So we might want to investigate that.
Yeah, I've heard both sides of the argument there. I've heard people looking for her to stay closer to the target that she flies in and hits, and other people saying, please don't keep her as close to the target that she flies in and hits.
The classic split opinion.
The classic no-win scenario.
Yes. So either way we go, I don't think we're going to get win fans for it.
She apparently does like... What we do have to make sure is that she is a bit more consistent, because if she is indeed flying back more than she used to, that's probably because of some of the changes we did to the AI, trying to make it better. So as always, there might be one special scenario where we break things by fixing everywhere else. So yeah, it's something we will investigate.
Yeah, she does need to be consistent. Agreed with that for sure.
Jace Alexander wants to complete his 86 movie team, and he's asking if there's chances of Blur.
86 movie thing. So the good news is, like, I think Transformers are, they have a Bumblebee movie coming. I think there's quite a lot of stuff happening this year.
Yes, there is.
Maybe we'll have a chance to like look at some of the old bots more.
A few people.
Because Bumblebee is an old bot.
Asking for Blur.
Blur, yeah. Well, there's certainly some cool things. In the
pipeline.
early bot pipeline. So stay tuned for those.
Yeah, we can't say more. If we could, we would.
But we can say something about trivia. Let's do He's really excited. You're not gonna win.
I'm not gonna win.
You can do stabbies.
I don't have to make up an answer, like a question on the spot, do I? We have questions prepared, right?
Of course.
Okay, good.
No, we don't.
Because sometimes it's like Deb is telling us there was trivia, and I didn't know there was trivia, so I really quickly try to make up a question, and sometimes the question is really awful.
And that it's possible that scenario is gonna happen right now. Because.
Okay, should I make up a question?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Of course not, Adam. Of course not. Yes.
So Mind Wipe can be hit by ground attacks and air defense when he's in ability mode. Can you make it so that he's only able to hit by air defense?
I thought this was your question.
That is
really involved.
Miyamoto Usagi. If that's the case, that's a bug. When in the air mode, Mind Wipe and Cosmos should only be targetable by anti-air defenses. So things like missile launchers can target that person. The bot and stuff like laser turrets, but not other defenses. So if that's the case, that's a bug. That shouldn't be happening. It wasn't.
How about when they're on defense? When they're on defense, can they be targeted? I think they can currently be targeted by the abilities of the attacking bots that can hit.
I'm not sure, but I am sure if you put some kind of explosion on the ground, it's very likely that it will hit that bot, because they're not that far in the air. It's just that they won't be targeted by stuff like autocannons or shock towers. So if there is something there, we will investigate that. But the air attack mode should be an air attack mode.
All right, I've got a trivia question. Now, it'll depend on if you are paying attention to Adam doing the run-through of the bots.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, prepare yourselves.
Your question is...
Wait, first up, the rules of engagement, as always, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
We ask the question, you provide
You
answer. We ask, you answer. That's the way questions work. And what you can win is you can win yourself some crystals. And the way you can do it is by putting a correct answer followed by your player name, your alliance name, and your HQ level.
Correct.
And if you do not have all these information there, we won't be able to gift you, so you won't be able to be selected for our random finger stabbies that give rewards. And once we do select the winners, please give us some time to send these rewards to you. It will take, it's usually pretty quick, but it could take a couple days. Maybe if you're like something happens and Deb has to do it on Monday, she'll do it on Monday. But unless, unless like
something
5
catches
days.
fire,
Yeah,
you should.
unless 5 days pass and you haven't received your gift.
Yeah, definitely write in if you haven't received them in 5 days, because then something might have gone wrong.
Usually it's much faster.
It is.
All right, question. Here's a question though.
Here's the question. I'm sure you were paying attention. Name the 2 abilities of Skylinks and Blitzwing. You can use one and then follow it with another. What are the names of the 2 abilities?
Good question.
Yeah. Any order.
Yeah, any order is fine.
Wow, we'll find out who's paying attention and we'll find out who is now trying to
okay, we've got an
scrub,
answer.
scrub through the video.
We've got answers already, so...
Oh wow, so you actually remember
Yeah,
you
they
didn't
pay
scrub
attention.
through the video and then...
I think they actually, enjoy listening
They are
to
pretty
you
good.
explain the stuff.
They are pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Adam?
What?
What?
Yeah.
People listening to me,
They love
that's really, I find it weird.
That people listen?
Yeah, rarely does it happen.
No, they listen to everything.
Once you spend like 11 years as a game designer, you repeat yourself a lot. Because you want to make sure that people get what you said.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 times.
Right.
Yeah, but the explosion is gonna happen at the end. The explosion is happening at the end. Remember, we'll do this, and then the explosion happens at the end 4 times at least.
You don't sound bitter about that at all.
At all.
No, I'm not bitter. I'm just completely biased and weirded out by it. I often like.
Sounds like the
sounds like
ingredients
anything
for
you're
bitterness.
It does bleed into my personal
If I was
life.
making a bitterness cake,
It-
I'd
it-
probably add those 2.
It does bleed into my personal life, and like sometimes I'm trying to explain something and it feels like I'm writing a design document, and it's like everything's like really precise.
Oh, let it out, Adam.
Like all
Let it out.
the there's no loopholes in these rules.
He's about to lose it, everybody.
Welcome to Transformers Earth Wars Confessional.
Yes, exactly.
When taking out the trash, you need to ensure that every single door is closed behind you, and you know.
Yeah. Okay, we got some trivia winners, don't we?
Yeah,
Alright,
we do
it's
have
time
now.
for
Moving
stabbies.
right along.
Who's doing the stabbing?
You can do the stabbing because you're our special guest. Now, if you guys want to encourage Adam with some words of encouragement, you can do that. He'll love it. It's true. Look how down he is all of a sudden, and Adam is never down. He's always like this. So.
I look totally down. I'm down with these questions though, and you guys remembering the answers. All right,
Yeah,
I'm stabbing.
alright.
You scroll, I stab.
I'm scrolling. You stab. Go.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
It's the correct answer.
Yeah, we
we
got one.
have YouTube.
No, that's not YouTube.
That is Twitch.
Correct.
We have a Twitch winner already. So Twitch, you can stop. Stop now, Twitch.
No, that was Facebook.
That was Facebook. Sorry. Whatever. We were picking now. You scrolly.
Okay.
Actually,
Scrolling.
you stabby.
Oh, I'm stabby.
Yeah. All right. There we go. I'm gonna send this to you.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
incorrect.
that is incorrect.
No.
No.
Right.
Pick one of them.
Okay.
Okay. Stabbies.
Okay, this one. Is that
That's
correct? That
correct.
is correct.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
All right, we have Twitch. Twitch, we have
can
contact.
you get the name? Because otherwise I won't remember.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
good.
that's an easy name to remember.
True, but
Okay, we have Twitch, and the final one. Where is Deborah?
can you send?
I don't even talk to you much.
Oh, it's so sad.
Aw.
You don't show up in my direct messages here. Boom.
Oh yeah, weird. And you've changed the way you write your name.
I did.
How much time has
I
passed?
added capital A and capital K.
How much time has passed since we've last spoken? Man.
I was on holiday for 3 days.
Where'd you go?
To Poland to fix my tooth.
Oh right.
Yeah, root canal. And now I have a
Oh.
really weird metallic taste because I have like a piece of antibiotic in my tooth for the next month or 2.
I have to go to the dentist. I've been like.
So like I have this taste of like something chloride in my. It's weird.
Are you also going to Poland to go to the dentist?
Yeah.
You
Adam has
should.
hooked me up with his dentist, so I'll be going there and using his health cover.
They're great.
Poland, land of great dentistry.
It's private
I'll
though.
probably go here. We have one more stabby to do.
Right, we stab you on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna stab.
Okay.
There you go. That is correct answer.
That is.
Goody goody. So now we have all three
Stabbies
winners,
completed.
and
The winners
It's-
are.
yeah,
Actually, the answer is.
the answer is Plasma Shroud and Flame Strike. Plasma
Correct.
Shroud being the AoE Shroud of Plasma, and Flame Strike being the Strike of Fire
It's pretty self
Also known as a flame strike.
Yeah.
So yeah, very complex.
What do you call
As
them
we
when
know.
you put them together? Do they become plasma strike and flame shroud?
Yeah,
Oh.
totally foreseen
Yeah,
that.
but that wasn't the right answer. So
No.
if you said
If
that,
you said that. So.
you were wrong.
So yeah,
Congratulations
to
to Jason Heenan.
yay,
Yay.
and
To Miyamoto Usagi.
yay.
And to a name I cannot pronounce because it's foreign, but Roof.
Yay!
Yay!
Roof, something at the start. I think it's Russian,
Yeah, it looks like Russian.
Cyrillic, for sure.
Mhm.
Cool.
Congratulations to you guys, and
Congrats.
how do you say? Commiserations to everyone who did not win.
Commiserations?
Is that the word?
Yeah, you couldn't say
Sounds
that, but it's
dramatic.
really kind of mean.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, a little bit.
Sorry.
Commiserations. We forgot the unboxing.
Oh,
Should we
how
save
about
it
that?
for next week?
Yeah, we can save it for next week.
Yeah.
Because that's when
Yeah.
Shao
Oh, it's
appears.
time. Time flies.
Time
when this
flies.
streams.
So yeah, next week join us for the unboxing of Blitzwing.
Mm.
Also, join us for the final week of the saga and the final look at the event. Yeah, will it be a leaderboard? Will it be something else? You'll
We'll
find
tell you how
out.
to get these guys. They are awesome.
Exactly. And make sure that you check out the challenge battle, which is going to come up early next week in game. So that'll be fun. And check out the rest of the dialogue in the game as well, because you only got half from us.
Yeah. What happens after
Yeah.
Cosmos? Something's happening. Moving in for a closer look.
Exactly. What do they
Suspense.
see? I want to know.
I know.
I know you know.
I forgot.
I don't actually know. But yeah.
You will find out, maybe. I mean, you will.
You will.
Yeah, I assume it. Yeah. I assume
Alright.
it.
That's it for now, folks.
Oh, we've got like 5 minutes if you want to do some questions.
Okay.
Are
Yeah, we
there
can do
any more
that.
questions?
Any 5 minutes of questions.
Okay.
I wish I was a transformer.
Good question.
Good message, not a question. Can you add an ability? To attack fellow alliance members to test base designs? That is a very common suggestion, isn't it?
It is. It's a pretty common suggestion. I don't think we've really figured out how to do that quite yet. But yeah, it is a common suggestion, and we can talk about it for sure. See if we can figure out
Headmasters?
how to make it happen.
Headmasters? Question mark.
Headmasters. Wow.
Question mark.
Oh.
Headmasters
oh, yeah,
would be an interesting category to go into the game. If you have any ideas about how a headmaster would actually work, let us know.
Would you want them to be something like a power core?
Yeah?
Power core?
Paracord?
Specific character power core?
Here's a good. Oh, sorry.
Like different headmasters that you can equip that give you different abilities, right? So that would be a little bit like a power core. Yeah, that is interesting indeed. It would be like a different slot of power core if we did that with the headmasters.
like a new
you'd have the
type.
power core equipped and the headmaster equipped. It's a cool idea. It's a cool idea.
It is a cool idea.
Yeah.
Well done. There's a question about Ultimus Nubilis, good name, wants to know, will you add old storylines for us to read in game?
Yeah, I've been talking about that with Hyro, and we feel like it is a shame that people who want to read the story and are interested in the story can't go back and read previous story things. So we're trying to cook up something where we could go back and read previous episodes. So we're working on the design right now. It's not something that we can implement. We're just trying to figure out how we can get it into the game. So I'm glad to hear that. And like,
cool.
if you are interested in the story and you're someone who would love to see old episodes, let us know. Because one question that comes up when we talk about this are like, how many people actually care?
Yeah,
Right? How many people read the story?
Maybe we should do a survey or something.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you would like to see more of the story, if you would like to see like older episodes from the story, that's a good thing to send in and tell us.
Definitely, because we did do like these little story mode recaps for a little while, and then we
I remember you reading all the quintessence stuff, right?
yeah, and be like, what
Right.
happened? And then we did put up like the old dialogue and just like captured the video from the game kind of thing, put that up, but then realized like, oh, we're not sure how popular that is. So we
Yeah,
kind of
and it's
stopped.
quite a lot of work
Exactly.
to do that.
So yeah, if you are keen on that, like Josh said, definitely let us know.
Yeah.
There's a question from Howard Choi. Can you guys fix the number formatting in Alliance events? It's missing a comma for English.
Oh. I didn't know that.
No,
All right.
thanks for pointing that out.
Thanks for pointing it out.
Cool.
Let's look
Thanks,
at
Howard. Useful. Let's see. No.
Fuel cells.
Someone's getting hit outside the range circles.
Hit outside the range. So that could be that. There was a little bit of a problem with range, which I think we have corrected and should be corrected in the game right now, where it was just off by a tad in the display. So it could be a possibility that that's a problem that we've definitely fixed. There's also, as you know, there's a little bit of what would you call it? Yeah, tolerance. Tolerance is a good word. So if you've entered the range of a building and then you move just outside that range,
as if you were, for example, knocked back by a mortar shell or a cannon shell, that building may still be able to attack you if it already started attacking you before. Right. So there was the minimum range and there was the max outer range. So this, by the way, works on both sides. It's not just the defenses, playing nasty. Your bots can do that too. So if your bot has a range of 4, let's say, but the outer range of 4.2, it gets knocked back by 0.1. It can still continue firing at something it started firing, so it's now 4.1 away, but it can continue something even though the normal range is 4.
That's also the kind of numbers that these things are.
Yeah, they're quite small.
They're very small.
The small tolerance allows our battle experience to be a bit more smoother. You don't see bots having to walk, for half a yard, I need to walk a foot closer because I got knocked by a foot. So all of these behaviors are kind of working in this way. And most of the times it is purely, I think it's helpful and makes the battle smoother and less of a jerky moving fast.
Yeah, but like I said, we did see a little problem with the range displays. It was worse for missile launchers and beam lasers that had really long ranges. For things with short ranges, you could barely tell. But for the longer range things, there was a little glitch with them being a little off, and we have fixed that one. Yeah. Do we have any more questions, or are we done?
Some suggestions about hacking outposts to delay the opening.
Hacking an outpost. That's a cool idea. I like the idea of hacking an outpost, hacking the outpost bots. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you can hack the bots with Cosmos and MyWeb, right?
You can with Cosmos and MyWeb.
But you cannot hack the outpost itself before it opens.
Right.
Maybe it's something we can introduce. There's a couple of hacking abilities in the game already, so the more we add, the more kind of time we can kind of justify against adding some cool functionality to it. Cool. Right, let's wrap it here, and we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot for tuning in, as always.
Thanks for joining today.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. It's been a blast. It's been a plasma strike blast.
Oh yeah, good one.
I love the new boss. I hope you guys form a similar opinion after playing with them early next week. And if not, come to the stream and tell us what's wrong with them, because that's the perfect time before we release the bots to do some tweaks and stuff. All right.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, guys.
All
we
the best.
will see you next week.
And enjoy Triple XP this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.